Happy Tuesday, everybody. Um, normally I'd go into a bit of details and try to talk some stuff about recaps and like, hey, here's what happened in the game, this minute, that minute, and everything like that. But I think if you're all checking this out for the most part, you're like me to an extent, like many others, a diehard Detroit City fan, and you would have seen tonight that going into Houston to a team a league above us, taking on the defending U.S. Open Cup champs in Houston Dynamo. Maybe us not at full strength, all that stuff. That it may be a difficult night, and a goal very early, a second one, and you're thinking it's going to be a very, very, very miserable night. And I think in maybe another year, if it was like last year or so, or perhaps we would have just folded over. But I think it's hella impressive that this team did not quit. Could there been a foul called just before that first goal, which, what a way to open up your account with Detroit City, Ryan Williams. My goodness. Yeah, a foul could have been called, but it wasn't. You take that momentum in, and you get to half, 2-1 down. Then you make some changes. Take Victor Becerra off, you put Yazid Matthews on. You take Matt Sheldon off, you put Ben Morris on. And then a little bit after that, Yazid Matthews. Jeez, I'm still in euphoria from the night. Yazid Matthews buries a strike, makes it 2-2, and you're like, oh shit, we got a game. Then the sub that Houston brought on, that was the outstanding player of the U.S. Open Cup last year, within 2 minutes of Yazid strikes, a screamer, makes it 3-2. You could be like, okay, well, that's it. But a little bit later on, Yazid was a movement, feeds it to Devin, who feeds it to Maxi. Another Open Cup moment from him, makes it 3-3. And then you get to extra time. And you see multiple players down on the ground cramping, warm conditions, a lot of minutes played, people having to be dragged off the field for subs, and withstanding the onslaught to keep the game going, to then getting the penalty kicks, which more often than not have spelt the end of the city competition prior years. And it was kind of looking like it was going to be that way after Ben Morris's penalty was saved. But Carlos Saldana made a big save, gave us a glimmer of hope. And Michael Bryant, man, the balls on that penalty kick. Then Dominic Gasso. And it was back and forth and back and forth. Danny Espeleta takes it, buries it. Got to obviously give credit to Alex Villanueva taking his earlier. Connor Rutz buries it. Stephen Carroll buries it. And it comes down to the keepers. And Houston's goalkeeper skies the penalty. And now you have Carlos Saldana, who, I understand people wondering why Nate wasn't playing, but this is a cup competition. This is an opportunity to play your backup keeper. And this is not just any backup keeper. This is somebody that Danny Dicchio would have seen day in and day out in training, not just this year, but the past 2 years at Sacramento Republic. This was his guy for the moment. And he had an opportunity that he might have not been expecting coming into today. And that was to convert the winning penalty to send Detroit City on to the round of 16 in the U.S. Open Cup. And he fucking blasted it in. And we're on to it. And it is a moment that I'm honestly kind of speechless about. I kind of feel like, similar to maybe 2022 when we beat Columbus Crew, but I think I'm in awe of the fight our lads showed throughout this game when, would have made sense when you're down early or when you were down late, but they kept fighting throughout all of it. And credit to Danny and credit to the staff for the game plan to keep the team going and all the things that needed to be said, or the motivation to put out that performance. This is a game that goes down, those club moments that you can remember. And once again, I can say Detroit City is on to the round of 16 in the U.S. Open Cup. May 21st or May 22nd, they'll play either Indy 11 or San Antonio. We'll find out when those two teams play tomorrow. In the meantime, let's all bask in the glory of what happened tonight. Oh, what a night. We go fucking onward. Until next time. Up the fucking city.